This podcast has no intro. Judd, it's been hot. It's been hot. It's too hot.
Boy, it's been a hot one, folks.
We can't call it that because Hot Ones, the show Hot Ones. So yeah, they don't want to associate with us. I talked to Sean Evans himself, and we can't say that it's been Hot Ones because
Sean Evans is the big fella, isn't he?
What? No, he's the bald guy from who does the interviews on Hot Ones.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was getting it mixed up with Cold One.
Ah, yes, the much better.
Yeah.
That we don't steal ideas or base our whole deal off at all. We've never done that. Not even once.
I don't even know who Max.
It's like a drug. Not even once.
Yeah.
Cold Ones. Not even once. Anyway, no, I really like Cold Ones. They're I like their channel a hell of a lot because they're very like us. We were like that before we saw that channel. Anyway, that's enough of us. Fielding some complaints for people to be like, you're just copying that channel. It's been warm.
Because we are. And you're right.
We're not. It's been so warm. And the big problem, it's been like hotter than ever in the UK. It's never been as hot as it has been. Well, it's not too bad today, but like 2 days ago as of recording this, and the day before that, it was like 40 degrees. I've never been so glad to live in the north of our country as well, because it's typically colder in the north. So that's been an advantage of being in the north for once. And there's not that many advantages of that other than beer's a lot cheaper. But I was worried for you, Judd, because you're one of them soulless gingers. And how did you cope with the heat?
Not well. So
Do you want to point the camera at you first of all? Because
the camera at me. The camera's fine, isn't it?
No, you're like literally leaning on the edge of the frame. Shove it towards you. She puts it in the opposite direction.
I've been fine. There we go. I've been fine. Well, no, I wasn't. I wasn't fine. What am I talking about? I was awful.
Because you work on a building site typically.
Yeah, so the Monday was pretty bad of this week, but I went in on the Monday and it was fine. We got through it. We finished a little bit earlier because of the heat, and most people didn't even bother showing up anyway. However, on the night, I don't know if it was some sort of reaction to. I don't know. It's so stupid me saying it, but I don't know. I've had so many problems with my stomach that at this point I'm willing to say that like. The moon's oceanic tides are causing my fucking stomach to fucking evacuate, so whatever. I don't know, like, if the heat was, like, causing me to shit myself, but I'd shit myself a lot on the Monday night. I was basically, it was just, like... That must have been what it was like to get some sort of food poisoning in Vietnam, in like the depths of Vietnam.
It was like Oregon Trail dysentery level shit.
Yeah. Because I was just sat fucking covered head to toe in sweat, just like shitting my guts out. It was awful. It was not. But I went to buy some like work trousers on the Tuesday. These are like 4 when I finally finished like shitting my entire body weight out and sweating it out as well. And I went to buy some work trousers, and I'm sure that like that was the right size the day before. Like I got like a 38, and I was like, I'm pretty sure like 38 waist is bang on for me. And I was like, this looks like I should have got a 34.
I don't know, Judd. 38 waist is big.
It was.
I know. On a heavy day. So.
I know. So, but I think I've definitely lost some weight though.
From shitting your guts out and sweating all of your water away.
From shitting and sweating my body weight out. Yeah.
Yikes! Because it was so unbelievably warm, and there's other people. There's people in different countries. It's been the big meme, isn't it, to be like, oh, what you want about 40 degrees Celsius? Ain't that fucking hot? You know, in my country, it gets to 40 degrees every year. And yeah, okay, that's why you can deal with it then, isn't it? because it happens every year. So your country puts measures in place.
I know. I was just gonna say it's like we don't have, it's not. God, what do they call it? Air conditioning. God, I completely forgot.
It's not only
we
that,
don't have
though.
air conditioning.
Our houses are built for cold weather. Like, they're built to keep heat in because normally it's really cold, especially where we live. It's like to be fair, the meme of England is we get 2 days of summer of a year, and this hot weather has literally lasted 2 days. It was like 40 degrees for 2 days, and then it's still summer weather, so it's still like 19, 20 degrees or so. But the funny thing for me is it's not been sunny, though. It's just been hot, which is really fucking annoying, because the best bit about it being hot is that you get loads of sun. And I'm looking outside now, and the clouds are so fucking grey and miserable. It's still horrible. Oh dear. Well, UK life. But yeah, it's been really hot. I'm still discovering things about my house that I've bought, and what I've discovered is that upstairs of this house is insanely warmer than the downstairs. Like, it's crazy. It's like you walk up the stairs, and when you get to the landing at the top of the stairs, it's like, holy shit, I've just walked into a sauna. It's I know that, like, upstairs is typically hotter than downstairs for houses in general because of the heat rise and everything, but it's crazy, the difference. My girlfriend, day before yesterday, slept downstairs on some sofa cushions because it was that bad. It was so warm. I've resorted to not sleeping at night. I just don't do it because it's too warm. I've been sleeping in the day instead.
Anyway, to be fair, so
yeah, I never sleep. I've never slept in my life. Actually, I've never even done it one time. But it was so warm, believe it or not, that fires were breaking out everywhere. You see this shit?
Yeah. I saw that.
If you go on to our Facebook messages, Judd, I've sent you a video of a fire that was like really close to my house. Have you played it?
I'm watching it now, yeah.
Okay. I'm not going to put the audio on. Judd's probably got some audio of me speaking in this video, but I'm playing it on the podcast. And we were walking. we just went out for a walk after work because, you know, why wouldn't you? It was a lovely weather. We've got like a big kind of grassland thing kind of near us, and it's gorgeous. And we were walking along, and we were like, "What's that crackling noise?" And I went, "Wait, stop walking!" And I heard it, and we went, weirdly walked right towards the fire. Don't know what the thinking was there, but we could hear it crackling. And this video I've sent to Judd is of it, like, massive. It got massive. It was like enveloping trees and everything. It was just like in the middle of the countryside where it's all like dry grass and all the leaves have dried and everything because it was such warm weather. It was crazy. And in the space of like 5 minutes of seeing it in the first place, and then like thinking, oh, what should we do? I'm just going to go and take a quick video of it for the podcast because this will be fun. It got massive. To start with, we could only hear it, and then it got huge. It was like twice the size of me.
It ended up spreading to the nearby village. It was like engulfing houses, and people were like, "Please call like someone!" And you were outside like Nightcrawler, just filming the whole fucking thing. I gotta get this for the podcast.
It was like twice as tall as I am. It was about 14 feet high. And Judd's not impressed with that. He doesn't know maths, so he doesn't know that that's over twice as much.
I know. I'm like, that's so stupid.
And it was just going fucking crazy. But we didn't know what to do because it's not like someone's house is on fire. If someone's house is on fire, you call a fire engine. You know, you call the emergency number, call 999, fire please, someone's house is on fire. But this was like bushes. So we're like, is there like a non-emergency number or something that's like not someone's house on fire? And turns out no. And because it got as big as this video that I've sent to Judd, we were like, yeah, this is getting a bit too big. There's like loads of farmlands, and like a housing estate was like 20 steps away from this fire. So like, I think 999's probably just creeping into being needed.
I would have said just call like the actual fire fire brigade.
So I did, and
Yeah.
the response was, yeah, we are aware of it. I don't think they were aware of it because there was quite a lot of different fires happening around there. I
Yeah.
don't think they were aware of this specific one. They were like, oh, we're aware of it. We're going to send someone out when we've got some resources. And I was thinking, what?
Yeah.
What? What the fuck do you mean when you've got some resources? Now is the time to have some fucking resources. Get them. Where are they? What, have you just hidden them in the cupboard? You can't find them behind the fucking Christmas decorations? Send a fucking fire truck. It's crazy. But that's the state of our country at the minute. Whenever you need some emergency services, well, they can't help you because all the budget's been cut, so there isn't any. Keep paying twice as much taxes for us, by the way. Thanks, Tories. Yes, delicious. Anyway, we'll not get into politics, but have you seen the that's a Homelander meme that I've actually accidentally clicked onto. Have you seen the video of the aftermath that I sent to you as well?
Yeah, no, I was just watching it. I've just watched them all.
There was Ash for ages, Ash Ketchum. He was just sat there, and I don't know. Sick joke.
He's like, dude, all my Pokemons have burned to fucking death.
That's who it was. It was like Charizard, he's playing flower. He's like, oh fuck.
I've wiped out the entire Loa region with fucking.
Yeah, so it was just covered in ash. There was massive patch. It must have gone on for when I actually looked around, it must have gone on for I don't know, half a kilometer. It was quite big. So yeah, that's the fire that was there. But weirdly, there was a guy about to walk down the lane. Where the fire was
weirdly, there was this guy who had this big can of gasoline and some matches and stuff.
Well.
oh!
There was this guy who was going to walk down the lane, and we said to him, you probably don't want to go down there. There's a big fire, look. And he was like, yes, I'll go the different way. So he did. Yeah. And we were kind of just sat around seeing if the fire would get any bigger or seeing if the fire engine were coming anytime soon. Kind of sat in the sun, to be honest. Yeah. And we wanted to be in the sun, and this was kind of entertaining. So we were sat around, and he came back from the direction that he'd gone in and said that he'd spotted some petrol cans, empty petrol cans laying around, gas canisters for our Seattle watchers.
Gas canisters.
And so we were
sorry, to translate the whole situation for the Americans, did you say, a stranger walked from over yonder and he informed us that there was some gasoline canister. There we go.
Oh, shit. I've just realised the reason dumb Americans call it gas instead of petrol is because it's short for gasoline. They don't think it's gas.
These dumb, stupid fucking idiot. The reason why I just figured out the reason why these dumb, stupid fucking idiots.
It's jokes. It's all jokes. But I just found it crazy that it seems like because the weather's really hot, someone's decided to set fire to the lands. What? What's that? You're insane. Come on, help me out with this.
I see that God is sending us a message. He is no longer happy. Burn the world.
What? Why? Why would anyone do that? What satisfaction would you ever get out of just burning some trees when it's hot? Why would you do it when it's hot?
I don't know. It's bizarre.
It's easier. Are people that lazy? They're like, I can finally get my burning done now that it's warm. I've been dying to do this burning.
Marsha, I can go out and I can do my burning.
Fucking idiots. I don't get it. It's so weird. But that's that. What have you been up to, Judd? Anything?
My mum got married.
Oh, yes. So you've been up to anything interesting, or?
Nah, so...
No, I'm guessing you went to the wedding. Because you might not have, actually. They didn't let you live with them, so...
No, so, we went. It was a really nice time. So I haven't really got much to say about it, to be honest, because there was nothing particularly interesting. It was just nice to see the whole family. I walked down the aisle with my auntie,
I've just had a great idea. Sorry.
What?
Your mum's been married enough times that we could do a tier list. We could do.
Father tier list. Which father was the supreme?
We could do a tier list.
We're not doing a father tier list for fuck's sake.
Oh. In fact, sorry, I'm just gonna do a comedy roast of your mum real quick. Hold on. Your mum's been married so many times. All your dads could start a podcast called Podcast Dadley. No. Nice. I can see the despair on your face. Shall I stop? I can do more if you want.
You can do more, yeah.
No. How was it? I'm guessing it was a pretty luxury affair, being as it's a wedding, and I'm pretty sure the guy that she's married is a big old rich boy, Big Wayne.
He's a trillionaire. He actually has enough money to own a small country, and he does. He rules with an iron fist. He's like a despotic tyrant.
It's called Wayne.
No, it's called New Wania.
And everyone can only drink Stella.
Does he only drink Stella then? I think Wayne will drink only anything, to be honest.
I've only briefly met your mum's latest husband, and the impression I've got of him is he's like a really common northerner, but like just accidentally has loads of money.
It basically, yeah, because he's always sort of been he doesn't even. In fact, I'm going to get off this because he doesn't like talking about it, so I probably shouldn't talk about it. But it was a nice time, whatever. It was a good time. Everybody had a good laugh. I hadn't really got anything to say about the podcast because it's not really podcast worthy stuff. It's
Did
just
you get
the
drunk?
family was there. I did. I got as drunk as my disgusting mutant stomach will allow, without me shitting my guts out.
Did your sister drink anything?
She
was non-alcoholic, wink wink, allegedly.
She had a couple, I think. She wasn't like...
Because it's interesting to me, because my girls our sister's age, or just any teenagers our sister, because our sisters
Dalton definitely didn't have anything at all to drink, not even water. We made him like bake in the sun. We're like, "Dah!"
That's Judd's littlest brother. Because I've said before, haven't I, that it's a weird phenomenon. Because for some reason people get really drunk at weddings, and I don't get it. I don't know why. I don't know why specifically weddings. Was it like that? Was there like lots of people getting like really drunk, or
no? I didn't see anybody. At least I don't think we had anybody that was fucked up. I don't know if there was like a bit of an after party either, because me and Tom was there, by the way. I never mentioned this. Tom was invited by Mum. I didn't invite Tom.
You weren't invited. You were Tom. You were your mate's
I
Tom's
was Tom's plus one. Yeah. But I was like, it was just like I was in Discord with him one time. It was like, oh yeah, your mum invited me to a wedding, like the after party. I was like, oh shit, okay, yeah. No, she didn't even tell me that he was invited. She was just,
I wasn't invited, by the way. She's known me for fucking 23 years. I wasn't invited.
She likes Tom more.
Tom's gonna be her next husband. She's lined him up. She's used to this now. It's like a conveyor belt at this point.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
So yeah, me and Tom ended up leaving like not super early. I think we left at like 10:20, and I think most other people were leaving at 11. But I don't know if like other people stuck around until like late, and they probably did. Like probably a lot of them stayed out until like the morning. So I don't know if probably then Wayne probably got booked up.
What was the sort of setting for the wedding and the after party then? Was it classic church, or like a big manor or something like that?
No, we're only in the Burntwood.
Oh yeah, in the house really near there actually.
Yeah, we did it in like all their chapel and everything.
Burntwood.
Yeah, which it's all actually really nice in there and everything. To be honest, it's a really nice chapel and everything.
What was the food like? Was it? My impression of Wayne was he wanted a buffet with some ham, some sarnies, sausage rolls, Scotch egg.
You'd be right.
Was it? Was it really?
You'd be right. You'd be right. You'd be right. Yes,
Because
some
most
burgers.
people have like some canapes. It's like
No,
kind of fancy
no,
food
no,
for the
no,
wedding.
no. Some burgers. We had some burgers on. There was some slices of
Millionaires
pizza.
had some burgers, sausage roll, Scotch
But
egg.
that's the thing though.
Chip
It's
butty.
like it's like get the shit that you want. It's the thing.
It is. Good on
which is why Wayne, like, you know, I'm a big ups to Wayne because he's not like well, I want caviar at my wedding and I want the fanciest bottles of wine. He's not like that. It's like I want to fucking have a load of tinnies. I want to smash a tinny off. I want to smash a tinny off on my head. Go eat a Cornish pasty and then go bang my new wife.
That is the dream wedding. I agree. I'm all in on this.
So,
I love this idea.
Yeah, I think is, you know, great. I couldn't.
You know,
I couldn't
you do
ask
know
for
if
a
I ever
really
get
new
married
day.
though, I'm gonna. That's type of stuff that I'm gonna have. I'm gonna have all of that. Apart from for you, I'm gonna make you have your own little table, and you've got to. I'm gonna put a bunch of fancy shit on it, and you specifically have to have all of that. And then
I have to
everyone
be
else
fancy.
has like stuff that's actually nice.
This sounds like a punishment. This sounds like you're punishing me by putting me in this situation. Just like
I'm gonna put you in a little corner in a cage with like
It's
a
like an
tiny table and
observation.
a kid's chair. with some
He's gonna be
caviar.
like an observation deck. You're just gonna have this really nice scenery and stuff. You're just gonna put me in the middle of it. I'm just like, shaking and not out.
It's actually going to be one of the features. We're going to like use you as some sort of freak show. Put you in
Yeah,
there.
like everybody's gonna be staring like going, "Oh, what's he doing?" I'm like picking up like this spoon and like looking at it like somebody shouting from the side. They're like, "That's not the dessert spoon, you fucking."
Oh, weddings. Weird concept. I'm not even sure if I'm interested in getting married at all, to be honest. It seems just a bit weird. If I ever did get married, I wouldn't do the like kind of typical arrangements, because often you have a wedding planner and they like all the options are just like unnecessarily expensive for no reason. So everything I'd get, I'd just say, "Oh, I'm having a party. I'm just organising a party." And I wouldn't tell them it's all for a wedding, because then it just costs double for no reason. But speaking of costing double for no reason, have you been to the cinema lately?
No, I've not been to see Minions: The Rise of Gru yet.
Because ticket prices at Cineworld are fucking insane. We were looking at we'd gone out for a meal for my girlfriend's birthday, because it's, as of recording this, it's technically her birthday today, and I'm recording a podcast instead. But it's because the plans we had, it was easier to record today and whatever. So we went out for a meal, and I was like, should we see if we can catch the new Thor film, because I've been wanting to see it, and you know, while we're out, let's go see if we can see it. And the tickets, £12.50 each for a normal 2D screen. £12.50. That's so much. It's crazy. That's like what, $15? $15 for a normal screen.
Sorry, to translate the whole situation again for the Americans. He walked to the cinema and he was like, "Holy cow!"
No, to the movie theater.
The movie theater, and he said, "Holy cow! Friggin' Jesus, man!"
That's a lot of dollars.
Yeah,
That's what I said.
$15.
Anyway.
I could buy. I don't know.
So,
I don't know whether you Americans like to buy guns or some shit. I don't know.
That's it. That's what they buy. That's the only one. They get food by shooting people and eating them. Anyway, so we went to the cinema, and I was thinking, "Fuck me, that's so expensive." Yeah. But it seems like it's only that cinema, because View Cinemas, there's one in a shopping centre near us. It's £5. So why is it over double for like basically the same screen? It might be a slightly bigger screen, but it's not. It's very comparable. So I don't know. We ended up getting a discount code because we work for the NHS. But
what did you think of the new Thor movie?
Have you seen it?
No, but I don't know if I care. I don't know if I care to. Like, I'm not.
Well, you liked Ragnarok.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Yeah. When you saw Ragnarok, you were like, "That's one of my favorite Marvel movies."
Yeah, I thought it were good. Yeah, is it comparable? Is it
It's
close?
yeah, yeah, it is.
Okay, all right, I'll go and see it then.
It's
I've been seeing stuff where people are like, okay, I'm sort of like over this whole Marvel thing now, and like this is one of the reasons was apparently a lot of the CGI and stuff in this movie was pretty shit, and
it's massively cherry picked. It actually pisses me off when people say that because Marvel at this point they're making so much stuff that they're kind of overextending a bit, and people are starting to see because there's some CGI stuff that in Marvel now that's kind of not great and a bit noticeable, but it's so little things. It's such small stuff. There's 95% of the CGI in this movie is fucking incredible, as it always is in Marvel movies. Like the CGI in the latest Marvel movies overall has been outstanding, but people just cherry pick bollocks because there's the one that they're talking about from Love and Thunder is there's kind of a floating head of this kid.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that the CGI was particularly bad even. It wasn't executed well. The idea of... Because Thor's talking to this kid who's in a different place, using magic, right? Easy concept to understand, but it was just kind of like a floating head out of nowhere. They should have just had a different concept for how they were talking to each other. You know? Rather than a floating head appears. Because the actual execution of it wasn't awful. It wasn't great either, but I don't know. It just annoys me when people complain about like the CGI in these movies when it's like one shot that they probably didn't have enough time for, so they had to give it to the intern. You know, and it's not that important either. It's stuff like that. It don't really detriment the story massively or anything. So I gave it a 72 out of 100 on our spreadsheet, which is below Ragnarok. Ragnarok's better. The worst bit for me from this movie is some of the jokes, because it's a comedy movie, kind of. It's like a comedy adventure at this point.
Yeah.
Similar to Ragnarok. Some of the jokes were kind of cringy. And
a bit
like,
cringe, bro.
And a bit... and some of the story elements were not really concrete, as concrete as I've liked them. But that's the thing, when you're hopping around genres within the same universe, the kind of concrete nature of why something happens in a comedy movie isn't as necessary as why it happens in like a mystery movie, for example.
Yeah.
So it's a bit odd. So I don't know. I liked it. It was definitely better than Multiverse of Madness. I can say that for sure. Definitely better. So
I'm definitely gonna give that one a miss, I think.
What, Multiverse of Madness?
Yeah.
It feels like just don't bother.
Yeah.
But I think you might like Thor. I mean, Korg's there. He's fun.
Yeah. That is Patrick Bateman.
There's multiple mentions of orgies.
Ooh.
In this kid's
now
film.
I gotta see it in this kid's film, yeah.
And Christian Bale, who plays the main bad guy, does a fantastic job. I was actually like scared of his character on multiple occasions. So
did he look at the camera and go, ooh? Did he go, oh?
Yeah.
Is it scary? Cool.
Okay. But yeah, I don't know. It was a decent movie, and I think people just are ready to not like Marvel now because they've done done something pretty outstanding where they've like literally made maybe one bad movie in the whole MCU, which is probably Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
Which is incredibly outstanding. And I think people are just ready to like something else at this point, so they kind of are geared up to hate on Marvel.
Yeah, I definitely felt that way after Endgame, but I never want to be like, yeah, fuck Marvel. But it's just like, I don't know. The big thing happened for me. It was like Tony fought the big scary purple man, and it happened. The thing happened, so I just lost interest. So I watched a couple things. I watched the new Spider-Man.
I think the complaints now is that you have to watch everything for a lot of them to be any good. Like, a lot of people complained about Doctor Strange because they'd not seen WandaVision. Because like
Yeah.
they're happy to watch the movies and stuff, but they don't have time to watch every single Netflix show and that, or
Yeah.
every single streaming show. So like, why is Wanda like this now?
Yeah.
So I don't know though. It's an odd one. Miss Marvel has come out. That's pretty good. That's better than Thor.
I thought that wouldn't be good as well, just from the look of it. Like, I just saw it and I was like, oh, I don't like how that's done.
Well, Miss
And-
Marvel's one of my favorite Marvel characters. She's really cool. And you can tell that some of the CGI in that is a little off. A lot of it's pretty good. And to say the amount of CGI they have in a TV show, pretty impressive, actually. They don't try and avoid using CGI. They'll use if it's like this scene could really do with it, they'll fucking use it. Some of it's not fantastic, but
does she slap a bad guy with her big creepy hands? Her big disgusting giant hands?
Well, her powers are different in this than the comics. She doesn't have like stretchy big limbs. Like she does in the
What
comics. She has like glass rocks powers. That's
What?
kind of hard to just. You have to watch
Crack.
it to get it.
That's crack. You're talking about she smokes
has meth
crack.
powers. She can make meth appear out of nowhere. No, but it kind of works. It's a different power that I can totally see why they wanted to give her a different power. Because it's less weird and creepy.
Yeah.
And like just the same as Mr. Fantastic. You know, it's just the exact same power as one of the Fantastic Four. So they gave her a little bit of a different power and I like it, but it plays out in the same way. Like she uses it in a similar sort of way, so it's quite good. And you can tell, maybe not towards the end so much. Towards the end, I didn't like it as much because the story didn't kind of feel like it would go into a massive conclusion. It felt like they were just trying to show kind of certain members of society and things like that, and certain cultures slightly prioritized above a good conclusive end of a series.
Yeah.
So that's why it's not like higher. But the first few episodes, there was a lot of care and attention. Something that you can always tell as a factor into how much someone gives a shit about their show or movie is how they decide to show texts being sent between characters. You know, if it's just like
such
bubbles.
a strange thing for you to say, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's like that can make or break a show.
It's one element that just shows how much they gave a shit. Like details to make that interesting and fit with the world as well. And there's a scene where they just do it perfectly, I think. So I don't know, Miss Marvel. Yeah, I like it. It's good.
Okay.
Pretty cool.
I still don't think I'll watch it because I don't care too much, but
there's nothing in it that you need to know from it. It's just Miss Marvel at the minute. It's just kind of it's her origin basically. The only thing that could have some sort of repercussion on the whole Marvel universe at the minute, as everything stands. Spoilers for anyone who's not seen it. It's not giving away anything, to be honest. Her best mate, who's a science nerd boy, was like, "Oh, the reason why you kind of have your powers, because it's this bracelet that activates her powers, basically. The reason why you have your powers and that thing wouldn't work on anyone else. It seems like it's something to do with some sort of mutation in your DNA." And then it was like, what's the X-Men theme? It's like, and then she's like, nah, you know. But no, she was like, I don't care, basically. So it was like, could it be X-Men? And then they were like, I don't know, we'll see. It's kind of, we'll see if we can be bothered.
It's like I'm really not bothered at all. I wasn't even bothered I was never into any of the X-Men stuff. The only X-Men related thing that I really enjoyed was Logan. That was the only thing that, like...
Well, regardless, it was one of those things where it's like, we've put that there, now it can either be a setup or a reference, depending on what we choose to do.
Yeah.
It was totally like that. So, I don't know, that was fun. But another thing that I've been doing, Judd, is I've been listening to an audiobook.
Okay.
It's an audiobook called Red Rising. You ever heard of this?
Is it about communism?
No.
Okay, I haven't heard.
It's I don't know
That was
when
a
it
different
came
Red
out. Let me
Rising
see when
book.
this came out. Red.
It's a, it's a
Red
communist porno. Red Rising.
Red Rising release date. Oh, came out in 2014. I thought it was older than that. It's nearly 10 years old, I suppose. But yeah, Red Rising. I've been listening to the audiobook of it because I can't fucking read. Sorry.
Yes.
I think I might have mentioned this before, but I actually
you don't
finished
have to
it.
apologize because you can't read. Hello.
I don't know why I wanted to leave a silence there. Yeah, I've been listening to this audiobook because.
Yes, what?
I did the silence again. Sorry, my ADHD's playing up a lot right now. Because I can't read, and it's been quite fun. It's so that the base of it is that there's a lot of different colours of people. Not like our world. Yikes! It very much plays on that sort of concept, and so the different. Let me. What are they? Different colours. Red Rising, and I'll tell you what these different types of people are in this. Okay. So we have there's low colours, mid colours, and high colours. So obviously it's literally as it seems like the lower class, middle class, and higher class kind of people. So the low colours, and this is kind of in order as well. So like reds are the lowest. They're manual labourers and miners. Manual. Did I say laders?
No, you said labourers.
Manual ladles.
You've got it right the first time.
They're ladles and miners. So they're under the age of consent and they are ladles. No, they are manual labourers and miners. But a lot of them. So weirdly. There's low reds and high reds as well. So low reds don't even have a clue that there's about the whole kind of main society. They just think that they're drilling to Mars to kind of terraform it to make it ready for people who are like, because Earth's kind of getting a bit fucked. To move on. Whereas in reality, we've colonized lots of planets at this point, and we're just not telling them because we want them to give us our power source. So that's kind of what the society is there. So then there's pinks. They are pleasure slaves and societal functionaries. Pleasure slaves and social functionaries, kind of like escorts, kind of type of thing. You've got obsidians who are elite soldiers and bodyguards, but they're kind of like they're not mind controlled, but like they don't have their own brain that much. I don't think. There's browns who are servants, cooks, and janitors. And they're all the lower colours. So the mid colours are greys, who are like normal soldiers, police. There's oranges, who are mechanics and engineers. Violets, who are artisans and other creatives. Greens, who are just fucking nerds. Programmers and technicians. Yellows, who are doctors and researchers. Blues, who are like crews for starships and stuff like that. And those are the mid colours. Then the high colours are coppers. So these are administrators, lawyers, and bureaucrats. Whites, who are clergy and judges. So that's like religious people as well as judges. Silvers, who are into banking and business. And then golds, who are like the rulers. They're like the big boys, the top ones. So the whole kind of concept of this first book is that there's this red fella called Darrow. And he is a hell diver, which is like a main drilly boy. And he was where he lives. They didn't know about this whole society, but they have this kind of almost employee of the month competition for who's going to win the laurel. So whoever gets the most like fuel drilled out of Mars wins this laurel, and they get some extra special treatment. And so this fella drills the most. He knows he's drilled the most. Comes to the laurel giving out, and they don't give it to him. They don't give it to him and his family. They give it to someone else who they prefer. So then they get cross. So his wife takes him to shag somewhere that they're not supposed to be. They get in trouble. They get arrested. And she sings this forbidden song which gets her hanged. And then he gets himself hanged out of regret. But he doesn't die. He gets saved. And this kind of like terrorist group says, "Oi, your wife wanted you to, make a big change of this shitty society. So we're going to transform you into a gold, and you've got to win this, win this school." And when I say win this school, that's weird because you can actually win it. And then you'll get a great place within the Gold Society, and you can be a sneaky double agent. So it's all about that and what he does, and it's really cool actually seeing the different interactions and how he has to sneak around and all of that sort of thing. But it gets a little bit Hunger Gamesy when he's at the school.
I was going to say it sounds all very Hunger Games of this.
Yeah, it's a bit like that, but it's really cool, and I recommend it quite a lot. You like stuff like this though? It's got elements of it that kind of remind me of Warhammer.
I was gonna say, I'm getting a little bit of something there. I'm getting a little bit of something.
Oh, you're feeling that?
A little bit, yeah. Maybe I'll have a look at it.
Have you? You're not an avid reader. You don't read books.
I listen to a lot of audiobooks though. In fact, no, I am an avid reader. Like when it comes to anything to do with Warhammer, I'll read anything. I've probably read about 30 books to do with Warhammer.
Like you wouldn't read like a story, would you?
No, I would. They're stories. They're novels. No, but I've also read. I read all of the Hunger Games. I read all of the Artemis Fowls apart from the last book.
When was the last time you read a book though that wasn't to do with Warhammer?
Well, I can't remember the last thing I read at all to do with that wasn't to do with Warhammer, but now because because of work, when I want to listen, when I want to read a book, I'll listen to it on Audible. Sponsored by Audible.
I listened to this book on Audible. Maybe you should get it. Yeah, it's good. I think you'd like it. So I've just started the next might do. One. I don't know. I can't remember what it's called.
I'm currently going through the Siege of Terror books though in Warhammer, and I think there is 7 of them so far.
So the second one's called Golden Sun. I'm just going through reading that, and then there's Iron Gold, Dark Age, and probably some more that haven't come out yet. Considering, but I'm listening through them. Pretty good. I like the guy who reads it out as well on Audible. Because he's Irish and he gives different accents to different colours, so it makes us English look very bad, which is probably not surprising because Irish don't really like us folks that much.
Yeah.
Because all the Reds have got Irish accents, and then the Golds have got a very posh English accent, and then the Greys, who are kind of like the more stupid police, have got a fucking Cockney accent.
Yeah, you my name's fucking Billy Butcher, or cunt. You raped and murdered more war.
Yeah. So,
yes.
Yeah. I think there's might be a little bit of bias going on there, but it's pretty good. Quite like it. You got anything else, Judd? Anything to tell me?
I got nothing, to be honest. I've got absolutely nothing this week for you.
Well, that means you know what it's time for. It's
Go
one
on.
that we've not done in a while. It's time
God,
for
what for fuck's...
Oh my god, okay. Okay, fucking hell. I'm trying to find the thing that we usually use for this. It's time for Voice Acting Challenge 3.
Oh my god.
Are you ready? Do you want to do some voice acting challenge?
Yeah, sure. I thought you were going to pull out... I thought it was going to be This Is Why You Are Wrong. I didn't know we were going to do voice acting challenge.
Oh, no, I'm not prepared one of those. I'm not prepared one of those at all.
I don't know if I'm ready for this.
Sorry, I'm trying to find a good... I thought we would have filled enough podcast for me to not use this. But turns out, no.
I've got nothing this week. Nothing's happened. And I feel like the heat's just like taken everything from me for like a week.
Yeah. We've just... Yeah. We've not got anything.
I've lost... No. I've given all I can give.
How can I not find a good character generator? online. This is awful. Just give me a character generator for fuck's sake. Holy shit. What? Okay, we're going to have to use this one. This is not very good, but... Okay. You can start, Judd. This is the voice acting you've got to do.
Oh, God, what?
This character is a woman in her late 20s who can be quite uninhibited. She comes from a wealthy background, lives in an architect-designed home, and tends to be a little clumsy.
Well, obviously you're talking about Mercedes Vanderbeek. She comes from the Vanderbeek family. She likes to see herself as a bit of a mover and a shaker in the car business. Her father works in car. She does Brian, her steward. She likes to have a drink occasionally, which can lead to incidents that her father has to cover up. Lots of bribes in pockets, lots of steward boys buried in woods. You know, that kind of.
Oh God.
There you go. Terrible Stewie Gibbon. Gibbon?
Terrible
Stewie Gibbon. Brian, I'm a Gibbon. So that's so funny about doing like shit Family Guy.
There is. Okay. Okay, I've got. Fuck me. This whole thing's massively detailed. I've picked a different character generator, and it's insanely detailed. So I've got to do Will Green something. Will Greenway, who's 27. Will is an upper class 27-year-old who is a Spanish pagan. He's a Spanish pagan, and he's 27.
And now remember,
he's very
you can't be racist. You can't be racist with this.
I'm just going to do Davide's accent from Love Island. He's Italian, but they sound the same. They're all the same, all right?
Wow.
It's jokes. Okay. Davide's 27 as well. Okay. He's quite frail because he's a pig, and he's like probably quite. I'm thinking it might be a bit creepy. He might be a little bit like the opposite of that like brown wizard from the Hobbit movies. You know, like it kind of almost like an evil version of him.
Brown. What you mean the guy who like lives with all the animals and stuff in the tree?
He's called something like Ramadan, but it's not that. That's that religious time.
Ramadan the Brown Wizard. Jesus Christ, Jay, you can't fucking
the Brown Wizard, Lord of the Rings. What's he called? Radagast. See, he's like Ramadan.
Ramadan the Brown Wizard.
Okay, so this is Will Greenway. He will talk like this. We do not like the people who disrespect the forest around here. Like that, and he eats like berries and shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whenever I finish. Whenever he finishes talking, saying the sentence that you can hear an acoustic guitar go din.
Yeah. Every single time.
Yeah.
Oh my God! I'm trying to find a good. Where's the character generators we had before? Where have they all gone? I don't know. Can't find them.
I don't know, fella. I don't know.
Can't find them
because I did not do this, so I do not know.
Okay. Good. Well, I had another thing I can pull out my ass.
Go on, do it then. Do it.
I wanted to see what I'm interested in looking up strangest football
things
chants.
We're always talking about stranger things. Why don't we just cut to the chase and find the strangest thing?
So I was listening to someone talk about like a football chant that they had, and they're from the south. And they were on about, like, if they're ever facing a northern team, there used to be... It doesn't happen so much now because, like, you know, stuff to do with like political correctness and all that junk. But he was saying how if a southern team was facing a northern team, the southern team's chants would be like something about northern slums in England. So I wanted to look up strangest football chants. So I've looked them up. And I want to I'm gonna do my best to try and sing these chants to you, having never heard them before. I'm gonna because I can see what the lyrics are. I'm gonna give them a tune, and then you have to like give me the context, knowing nothing about them as well, of like why people would be chanting this.
Okay, I gotta think of a reason why this is the okay. All right.
Right. I reckon I'm gonna get this first one right.
Okay.
His name is Rio, and he watches from the stand. What do you think?
Okay, all right, okay. So that's an easy one. So this is about a guy who plays for a specific team who they never let him on the pitch, and he always sits there like a man in one of those cuckold videos, watching everybody else have the fun.
Apparently, it's West Ham fans in reference to Rio Ferdinand missing games due to drugs allegations.
Wow. Okay, so not even just benching him because he's like slumped over in the stands with a needle in his arm. He's like propped up.
Right, next one is, I think I'm going to get this one right as well. Sunday, Monday, Habibi. Tuesday, Wednesday, Habibi. Thursday, Friday, Habibi. Saturday, Habibi. Rocking all week with you.
So I know that's a guy, isn't it? That's one of the players. I have heard of this guy. I have. He's not some sort of like. This is like a god. They aren't chanting to like some eldritch being. They're like, this is a player. They're trying to channel him so that he like gives them the blessing so the football team. No, I know this is like a dude who's pretty good at football. I assume, from what I've heard. Okay. And this is the people being like, "Yay, you are good at football. Well done."
Okay, I think I can get this next one. I know what tune it's supposed to be sang in, but I can't remember the tune, so it's gonna be all fucked. Oh no, I've got it.
Okay.
Right. When you're sat in Rosie and the ball hits your head, that's Zamora.
Is this about some individual who makes wild shots, do we think?
I don't fucking know. If anyone could tweet at Tweets Badly and let us know what the fuck is this. Okay, next one. Okay. We've got Decanio, you've got Asterios. When you don't know any of the context, this is so fucking weird. What do you think that is?
I don't know. Give me again. Hit me with that one again.
We've got Decanio, you've got Asterios.
We've got Arkenio, you've got Asterios.
We've got Decanio, you've got Asterios.
So I don't know. It sounds like they're saying they've got a disease of some sort. It's like we have Decario, which I don't know. Decanio, that I don't know. That sounds like something to do with your lungs, to be honest. So they've got some sort of respiratory disease, and also you've got Asterios, which implies that the enemy team has broken into these people's homes and stole their stereos. So it's just. I don't want to be chanting this one at all. This sounds like a bad time.
Apparently, this is West Ham fans singing to Liverpool fans. But each of these, right, comes with a description of why they're singing it, because we need it. But they say it's West Ham fans to Liverpool fans, beautifully simple. Excuse me, this is the one that needs the most describing to us. What? What do you mean simple? Is Liverpool fans known for stealing? I don't know. I've never heard of that.
They've got the stereos.
This next one, it goes, we love our itsy bitsy teeny weeny baldy headed Warren Feeney.
Come
Poor
on,
guy.
now.
I
Yeah,
don't
but-
know who that is, but
Well, they're singing about a bald man. We love singing about bald men, don't we? In sports, I
Do we?
think like if a guy, I feel like if a guy is bald in sports, there has to be a song about his bald head somewhere.
well, speaking of bald head, this next guy's got a bald head. I'm just chancing it. Another one. He's fast. He's red. He talks like Father Ted. Robbie Keane. Does
Is
he?
this I don't know. I don't know the man. I don't know who Robbie Keane is. I don't know who any of these people.
Apparently, he's an Irish
Oh.
striker.
So I was gonna say I should imagine he's Irish. If it sounds like Father Ted. Good for him.
This next one. Oh my god, I kind of understand this one. It goes, your teeth are offside, your teeth are offside. Luis Suarez, your teeth are offside.
Nice. That's cruel. That's just cruel.
Do you think they still get away with all this stuff, being as the whole there's the whole bullying thing in sports?
I don't know, but I feel like now it's more they focus more on like sort of race and body sort of image stuff, don't they? So I don't know if
Yeah.
like I don't know what's on or off the table anymore. Like, are we just not allowed to hurt each other's feelings? Isn't there not a subsection of football fans that like to go and beat each other up after the game?
Yeah, there
is that not literally a thing? Like,
I've been seeing an advert lately. It's an advert from EE, which is a mobile network in our country, and the whole thing is like there'll be like a woman doing something cool, and she'll be doing another thing cool and another thing cool, and then suddenly she stops and looks at her phone, and it says, "Get back in the kitchen" on her phone. And then it's like sexist hate. Women deal with problems every day. It's this fellow you would never expect to sound like that. Women deal with problems every day.
Every day, sexist hate.
They shouldn't have to deal with this problem.
They shouldn't have to deal with sexist hate. No.
No, and it's like, well, fuck. Okay.
Yeah.
It was completely out of nowhere. She looked at her phone, it's like, get in the kitchen. Oh, fuck.
I love-
that would be bad.
So fucking tone deaf. Just
And the most jarring, see that comes out of nowhere, and the most jarring bit for me is the guy he's a footballer of some kind. I don't know who he is,
Yeah.
but you can tell he's not an actor or anything, and that's the
Yeah.
most jarring bit. I was like, women deal with sex. Oh god,
yeah. I know.
back
I know. And even though it's this fucking cringy like ad that's just like, get back in the kitchen, woman, like this unknown assailant from a phone. It's just so tone deaf. But like the worst thing about it is that even though it is tone deaf, it is still supposed to be a serious message. But you got the guy delivering it who's like, he's reading it off like a napkin. He's probably recording it in the back of like like a TGI Friday.
I don't know why it's so jarring. Plus, he's probably did his best.
Yeah.
but I don't know. Anyway, moving on from football, Judd. Let's do a little glance at the unpopular opinion Reddit. Can you tell that we've run out of ideas for the podcast today?
I can. Today's a bit of a slow one. Slow one at the office.
Unpopular opinion. It should be illegal for a company to list an entry-level job as requiring 3 to 5 years experience. The very definition of an entry-level job is no experience needed. See, this is why this subreddit pisses me off sometimes. This is one of the highest-rated unpopular opinions of all time. That's not an unpopular opinion.
No, that's like a regularly held opinion.
Yeah.
Like this is what annoys me as well, because we had one last time which was like this, and I remember hearing you saying, I was like, that's not an unpopular opinion. That's quite a regular opinion.
I'm going to post on this subreddit, which I bet other people have done before, trying to be a bit meta, saying unpopular opinion. People upvote the wrong type of posts on this subreddit, because people upvote stuff that they're like, yeah, I agree with that. That's the point. You shouldn't agree with it.
Yeah, you should. The point is not to
opinion. Fucking idiots. It makes me despair with the world. Like any time I look at something that's to do with people in any way, I'm like, fuck, people suck. Next, news should be a dry recreation of facts. If it isn't, then it's an opinion intended to stir your emotions into clouding your judgment. Yeah. What? Yes, of course. Try harder next time. I'm going to keep going until we stop on one that's actually worth discussing. Even if schools...
We're going to be here a while.
This is this might be a good one. Even if schools taught you how to do your taxes or other life skills, not many of you would pay attention. What do you think of that?
Okay, so I've seen this one. I've seen it in bit more of a meme format where it was like everybody who's saying that they should have taught us taxes and shit at school were the same people that were fucking firing snot rockets at the back of your head and fucking acting like morons in every other class. So I kind of get it. It's like, even if they did teach us that stuff, we probably wouldn't have listened. But like, they should have. I do still think they should have taught us, though. Like,
yeah, because it's incredibly important.
Yeah,
there's certain stuff that I never wanted to learn or pay attention to in class that I've at least remembered a little bit of.
Yeah,
like French, right? I never intended to pay attention in French class at my school. I just didn't want to learn it. It's not a place or a language I was ever interested in. I would have much rather have done Spanish because it's a much more used language.
In fact, it's not even a place. It does not exist. It doesn't exist on the map. Look, France is not on the map. It's a lie.
But my point is, I can still say, hello, my name is Jacob. I know the word for fish, shower, house... cake. I know plenty of French words still in the class that I paid the least attention to. So, I know how to format a letter, which was in citizenship. We did that. So, I still think it'd massively help. And surely the point of school, whether people are going to pay attention or not, like, the point of school is to teach you the most important things that you're going to need throughout life.
Yeah.
Or at least that's what it should be. That should be the point of school. Now, some people will say, no, it's not. It's to teach you stuff that'll help you get a job. Well, that's one of the most important things in life, getting a job, for fuck's sake. So that would come under that still.
And yet, so many people seem to not get that.
Yeah, so
incredible how many people don't get.
It's. I still think that it should be taught whether people are going to pay attention or not. Because if we were gonna have that attitude, why fucking teach anyone anything? You know? You've still got to fucking try, haven't you? What this actually highlights is the way we teach people in schools is also shit. We need to teach people differently and teach them better stuff. This unpopular opinion is unpopular and it's wrong. Good.
Which good. It's in the right place.
Here's one. I don't know if this is an unpopular opinion. I don't know about this one. We'll see. If stealthing, do you know what stealthing is, Judd?
What, you like in video games?
No, in sex.
Oh, what? No.
Apparently
that's really funny, by the way. What was stealthing? Oh, in video games. No, sex. What?
They're stealthing other things.
Yeah.
So apparently this is non-consensual removal of a condom.
Oh, I didn't even know.
So I'm guessing it means like...
That's some Indiana Jones shit. Do you like swap it out for something?
I'm guessing it's like in the middle of it, like you might be like, oh, my penis has come out. You whip the condom off without telling them and then put it back in. Apparently, so according to this post, if doing that is rape, then so should lying about being on birth control.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. It's an unwanted sexual experience.
I'm trying to think of how it could be kind of considered any different, because I don't think so.
It's a sexual encounter. Getting pregnant with someone is a sexual encounter. You weren't aware of that part of the sexual encounter happening. Therefore, you weren't consensual to it.
Yeah, it's a sexual act that you've not consented to. If
Yeah.
you take the condom off without telling someone in the middle of sex, then they've not consented to having sex with you without a condom. So
Yeah,
then
so
you've
it's
done a
it's
sexual
rape.
act without. So that's bad. Yeah, that's rapey rape.
Just like if, say, you were having normal sex with a woman and you said, "I want you to give me a blowjob," and she was like, "I'm not into that," and it was like, "Well, I'm going to make you give you one anyway." That is non-consensual.
Yeah.
So it's literally the same as, "I want to get pregnant. I don't want to get you pregnant. I'm not ready for a child. Well, I'm going to make you get me pregnant anyway." That's this.
Well,
That's
it's like if you were like, oh, if you were like to a woman, will you let me put penis in you? And then she said yes. And then oh no. If a woman says to you, right, will you put penis in me? And you go, are you on birth control? And they go, yes. And then man go, well, then I consent to this transaction.
and you signed the legality form saying that you're about to have sex that everybody does before.
But then that's not true. They've consented under false pretenses.
Yeah.
I think so, but I don't know as this is an unpopular one still. You think that's unpopular? I think most people would agree with that potentially.
I think I do as well. I think so, sir. You are right, and therefore you are wrong because it is a popular opinion.
Well, I don't know. Here's one. You don't need to love your career. You just need to be able to tolerate it so you can finance doing what you love.
I think that's fair. I think that's correct. Like, you don't have to love your job.
Yeah.
I also don't settle though. Like, if you truly are miserable, then try and move on and find somewhere else. But also, like, I don't love my job. I'm not crazy about my job. I'm fortunate that I like my job sometimes. Like sometimes I'll go in and I'll be like, this is a good morning, there's not as much stuff going on. I'll stand and talk to people and it's a good day. And then other days it's like, I'm carrying 40 kilo boards up 8 flights of stairs and I want to slip my wrist. I think that's fair. I think
it is fair. It's difficult though because you basically need to be able. When it comes to this sort of thing, it's one of those check boxes that people have kind of seen as a bit of a cliche. Where there's that whole phrase in that if you love your job, you'll never work a day in your life, and it's one of those where people really like take it specifically and don't understand what it means in general. What it means in general is do everything you can to be happy, basically, and include your job within that. Your job itself don't have to make you happy, but if it means you barely have to work and you earn loads of money so that most of your life is really happy, then great. Or you can do something that means you have to work every single day, as many hours as possible, but you absolutely love it and you make just enough money to get by. There's all sorts of ways that can look. So I think this is kind of right. Do you know another one that this reminds me of that I think is probably a more unpopular opinion than this? People always feel like tattoos have to mean something. It's like, oh, so what's like the meaning behind your tattoos? And if I go, taco go, brr, haha, funny taco man on my leg. They're like, oh, all right. And they see that as like I don't know, they kind of look at you badly for not having tattoos a meaning behind it. It's like, tattoos badly, I think I like it. It makes me happy. It's cool.
Yeah, it's like I like it and it looks good and I wanted it and I paid for it. It's like they're the reasons. It's like, but it's got to be on your skin for your rest of your life. It's like, yeah, I hope so. It cost me fucking £300. So
you can, and do you know an even more unpopular opinion? You don't have to like your tattoos. You don't have to.
Yeah.
If you still want to have them and get them, then sure. It's like, I wouldn't mind having some stupid fucking tattoo on me. Like, we nearly went on Just Tattoo of Us, or How Far is Tattoo Far for the American version, because of this concept.
Which, can I just say, guys, you really dropped the ball on that one. Like, Just Tattoo of Us is so much better.
Yeah, Tattoo of Us is way better than How Far is Tattoo Far. It's just so
How far is Tattoo Far? Oh, God, like, I gotta say all that.
The last one then for this podcast, unpopular opinion. Men's mental health is a joke to everyone, and it's really disheartening as a mum of 2 boys.
It's not though, is it?
Do we
Maybe
wanna
it
go
used
there?
to be.
Ooh.
I don't think it used. I mean, it did used to be, but maybe even recently it was only seen as like less of a joke, like only just recently. But I don't think it is now. I think I feel like you sort of seem like a bit of a fucking idiot if you say that anybody's mental health is not important.
Well,
nowadays, very recently though, that wasn't the case. Like, in our lifetimes, pretty much. So.
It's still a bit of a difficult thing because something my mum told me that has really stuck with me for ages is that when it comes to a lot of social issues, they often work like a pendulum. They'll be on one side of the argument at an extreme, like say, if we choose slavery for example. No, bad example. I'm going to choose
immediately
sexism. I'm going to choose sexism. It would work, but I'm sure sexism's a bit more clean cut. In like many 1,000 years ago, women were definitely discriminated against.
Yeah,
it's pretty undisputable. They were seen as second to men. Definitely. So over years and years and years and years, the pendulum swung to, and if what's fair is in the middle, it swung towards what's fair. And I would say somewhere around 2016, it swung the other side. Somewhere around there, or maybe 2015 or something, where there was a bit of like sexism debate of like women's rights and all sort of stuff that just went into men hating, just went a bit far, in certain areas of the political spectrum. But then it swings back. It swings back close to the middle again, and you get a bit of pushback against those sexist, against like the feminism movement that's gone too far, and you see some men being like, oh, fucking these women who are being stupid feminists, and then it's swinging away from that, and it always lands in, things tend to land in the middle eventually on certain issues. So that's what happens, I think, with this men's mental health thing. Like, for ages, it's been that it's something people don't really give a shit about. They didn't give a shit about anyone's mental health. But I think maybe the story has been that maybe women's mental health was taken more seriously first, and men's was seen as a joke, but then that's kind of caught up again. It's swinging back towards the middle, and we're getting somewhere close to mental health for everyone. Good mental health for everyone.
Mental health for all!
Oh, someone's knocking at the door, so that's the end of the podcast. Thanks, folks. Okay. Bye!